I'm going to a christening in Nelson on Sunday. I'll say hello from you.
I don't get up there that often these days.
You know.
No.
You set? Set. Great. Hi, David. How will technology help accountants seize more opportunities to do advisory work as opposed to just compliance work?
Well, when I talk to accountants, what I hear from them the most is, how do I get more time so that I can grow my practice and offer more services to small businesses and clients? And my answer to that is always, technology does have an answer and a role to play. So the more you think, when you look at your practice, how can I absorb technology into my practice today? What pieces of software or apps can I use that are really going to give me that extra time, make me more efficient, so I can find that time to then create and offer extra services to my clients.
And how does the extra information that you're able to present offer that opportunity to be even more analytical about a client's business?
I think everyone's brought up today, when I think about data, I think everyone's brought up today understanding data at some level. You don't have to be a genius to run your bank account, but there's an awful lot of information there today. And clients' expectations are therefore growing. When I talk to small businesses, they are moving beyond spreadsheets and Excel. They really do understand that when they look at their business and the numbers, some of the real trends within their business are hidden within the data, and what they'd really like to do when they work with their accountant is not just how much do I owe you or how much do I owe for tax. It's really about, what do you see happening in my business that maybe 20 years ago wasn't very easy to spot when you did your physical books, but are much easier to spot when they're graphical form or they're being drawn attention to within a program rather than just on paper.
Why is it really important for the professional institutes and for accountants generally to focus on the future?
We've made a very strong partnership with the ICAEW, with their main sponsor this year, and we believe that the future's now. We've been talking about the cloud for 15, 20 years. I think the word's only been around for 5 or 6. The reality, the cloud's existed for around 20 years. So these trends are already happening. And when we've gone out and talked to small businesses and to accountants, we're discovering there's a growing gap between the expectations of the small business. 90% expect them to operate already in the cloud, but when you talk to accountants, only 43% do. So there's a growing gap between the two, and the real need is that the accountants now need to catch up with the expectations of the small business and their clients.
What kind of things, what kind of big issues are businesses facing that technology is only half able to solve?
It's a great question. So what are small businesses thinking? Well, when I talk to thousands of them every year, one of the key things is people buy from people. What small businesses don't want to lose is that trusted advisor, the person that is at the end of the phone for conversation about what do I do and why. So I think there'll always be a large part to play about the people piece. But everyone's busier than ever. Everybody's trying to do more than they've ever done before. And to scale a small business today, it's a complex situation. So they need technology. They need a partner who understands the technology available and is able to give a one-stop shop on both software and apps, and also the people piece as well.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Great, so everything's moving for us like 20 shots. Do it all over again.
Totally different answers this time, as you well know. That's what normally happens.
Yeah. Just give us options again. Different is good.
I once had to do I got a phone call from the BBC to go when I was at PayPal. There'd been this huge outage on PayPal. So I was asked to go down to the House of Commons, and on the green they were going to do a segment for a few minutes. It would then go into the 1 o'clock news. And as we went to film, and it was my first interview ever, I was 25. I'd only just been media trained, where you haven't practiced. Went down to the House of Parliament. They said, there's a problem with the equipment, we're going to go straight to live. So we're going to skip. And I said, what about practice? We haven't got time. And it's just good fun.
Never held any fear for you.
It does every time. Yeah. But you'll find sometimes when you have to do it, it's easier than when you know you've got a second chance. I don't get that bit.
No, I completely agree.
So, off we go.
Great. How will technology help accountants seize more opportunities for advisory work in the future?
When I talk to accountants, what they tell me is they don't have enough time to grow their practice. Really, technology, the promise of technology is certainly that it's going to give you back some of that time by making you more efficient, probably cutting down some of the face-to-face time on other issues, so you can spend it on the value add and making sure that you're growing your practice and delivering the services and the value that really clients are demanding.
Why is it really important for projects like Tomorrow's Practice and for the ICAEW to work with a business like yours in encouraging accountants to think about their future and the future more generally?
We've got an excellent relationship with the ICAEW, and we're really doubling down on trying to understand what is coming next. It must be very scary, either from a small business or an accountant point of view, to really know what choices to make, not just from a technology point of view, but what do my clients want in the future. So I think it's really up to us at Intuit, and as well as the ICAEW, to come together to create that research, to identify what the trends and the next steps are, so we can be a trusted advisor to the accountant on what they should be doing next.
And how are West Bromwich Albion going to do this weekend?
You know, West Bromwich Albion can go from really, really crap to pretty bloody crap. And I very much doubt they're going to be anywhere other than mid-table at the end, but I'm definitely sure we're going to sponsor them next year.
Fantastic.
And obviously you would never put that in.
No, seriously, how's it? Great, is that okay?
Yeah. But before we cut, can you just look at the camera and tell us your name and job title? So
Sure, I hate that kind of thing. David Walsh, Marketing Director at Intuit.
It's okay, we've got it. It's not for